With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch!
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome in to our broadcast here on TV 10. Good evening. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is my broadcast partner for this evening, Jim Klein. We're at Martinsburg Fieldhouse for some high school girls basketball action between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Spring Mills Cardinals. Class 4A Region 2 Section 1 play tonight, and it should be a good one. Both teams trying to get a foot on top of the other in this EPAC in the section. And Jim, how you doing? Glad to have you back finally.
Yeah, man, I'm operating about 75%. I'm going to give you my all, man. I'm just glad to be here at the Doghouse. I'm ready to see some good basketball.
Well, hoping these two teams are 100%, except for the fact that still on the Martinsburg side, they will be without 2 of its usual starters in Ania Gideon and Cadence Bradley. Heard from Coach Triggs earlier before this that Ania is still out with a concussion. It's day 3 concussion protocol for her, and hopefully she can be back as early as Tuesday of next week. As for Cadence Bradley, the 6'4" sophomore, she still has knee issues. I heard from Coach Triggs earlier that she got an MRI on Tuesday, and hopefully here in the next few days she'll hear again from the doctor, but her return is unfortunately unknown for this Bulldogs team that is winless this year, but they're looking for a win against Spring Mills. Spring Mills has never beat Martinsburg.
Wow.
So one of these two is going to give. Is it going to be the Cardinals finally getting its first win in girls basketball program history against the Martinsburg Bulldogs, or will it be Martinsburg getting its first win of the season tonight?
Yeah, well, we've had the opportunity early this season, thanks to TV10, making the tough trip down to Hilton Head and getting to cover the Spring Mills team. Lots of energy, young team, fun to watch. If you listen to Sports Mix every day at noon, you guys did a great job on the show today highlighting the game tonight. So Spring Mills should be fun to watch. Very difficult to win here at Martinsburg's gym. So it should be an interesting battle.
As we have the JV game going on in front of us, it's 44-14 as the buzzer sounds. Looks like a basket was made as well. So the final score of the JV game is going to be Spring Mills 44, Martinsburg 16. So the Lady Cardinals JV team gets the victory over Martinsburg here at the field house, and we're going to take a 2-minute break and then be back to break down more of the varsity game tonight. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle, or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our two great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
Welcome back here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube to the Johnny's Express tip-off show, brought to you by Johnny's Express. Johnny's has all your game day food and drink needs, and if you need a way to serve it all up, they got you covered. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue, right here in Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Kleiner, cameraman this evening. Our Spencer Dupuy, John Alderton. Back in the studio is Nick Verzolini. It's the Bulldogs taking on the Cardinals in high school girls basketball in the Mountain State, and let's break down more of this matchup, starting with the visiting Spring Mills Cardinals coming in today 3-6 overall, 1-0 in EPAC play. They're coached by George Goss Jr. They finished 5-8 overall last year, 4-5 in the EPAC. They lost the sectional championship last year 62-41 to Martinsburg, and then the regional championship last year 47-34 to Jefferson. It's a 2-game win streak, however, right now for this team, and a 42-39 win against Allegheny, followed by a 65-31 dominating win over Hedgesville the last time out for these Lady Cardinals. And they're looking to get another win, make it 3 in a row, and really put them in the driver's seat here in this section, because they beat 2-0 against the other 2 teams in the section, being Hedgesville and Martinsburg.
Yeah, anytime you get a win against the Western Maryland team, Allegheny typically brings it. So that, that's a real nice win. Still going to be a tough out tonight.
Yeah, and as for this Martinsburg Bulldogs team, it's been a struggle. They are 0-8 overall, 0-3 in EPAC play. They're coached by Kyle Triggs. Heard from him earlier, but their last win was my last birthday, April 21st, 2021, 274 days ago for this Martinsburg Bulldog team. So they are absolutely starving for a win tonight, and it'd be sweet to get it against a crosstown rival in Spring Mills. They've had injuries to deal with. Cadence Bradley, as we mentioned, with a knee injury. Ania Gideon, who has a concussion. They're both starters for this team usually, and they'll have to be replaced. We saw that an issue last time. We saw this team last week as they took on the Musselman Appleman and lost 42-32, but their last game was actually against Buchanan Upshur, and Buchanan Upshur beat Martinsburg 55-35. So it's been a really big struggle for this team. The injuries have not helped, but you got to have that next man or woman up mentality and be able to bring it on the court tonight inside the field house to get a win.
Absolutely, and it's still, no matter what, going to come down to guard play. Even with Cadence Bradley in the lineup, I know she's a game changer. We know she can affect the outcome of the game. When you throw a 6'4" person into the middle of the mix, the issue is, like you guys have said all season long, the guard's got to be able to break the press to be able to give the offense a chance to work, and that's what we've seen all season long. When you think back to that Musselman Hampshire game, neither team on the court tonight, actually Musselman at Hedgesville, but the team that broke the press at the end of the game is the team that won.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how that press goes for either team tonight, because typically when you see a full court press that's successful, especially in high school girls basketball, it leads to a victory for that team. Most of the time, give or take. I see it throughout my time watching it. You probably did as well, as you used to be a coach. Now, as we continue here on the Johnny's Express tip-off show, let's look at the EPAC standings as we're midway through the year. Sitting in first place, undefeated in EPAC play, 5-0 in the conference, 5-3 overall, is the Jefferson Cougars, who last year did make it to the state tournament, unfortunately lost in the first round, but they're trying to make it back, and right behind them, we get to see them tonight, 1-0 in EPAC play, 3-6 overall, is the Spring Mills Cardinals. Followed by them in third is the Washington Patriots, who started off this season undefeated, but have lost 2 games here in the past 3 games that they've had, so they're 8-2 overall, 2-1 in EPAC play, but it's been a full 180 for the Patriots team. It'll be fun to see them here in the next couple weeks at Washington High. Musselman in the 4th spot in this EPAC, 2-9 overall, 1-2 in EPAC play. Hedgesville and Martinsburg tied EPAC record-wise at 0-3 each, but Hedgesville 1-6 overall, and as I already said, Martinsburg 0-8. So if you broke that down section by section, it'd be Jefferson, Washington, Musselman, then Spring Mills, Hedgesville, Martinsburg come playoff time, which is now 5 weeks away for these schools.
And I think we're at the point of the season now where we're going to start seeing separation. I mean, one might think that Musselman on the road at Hedgesville could provide some separation in that division. Spring Mills obviously is in a pretty critical must-win situation this evening, moving into that last half of the season, or the final third rather. So it's on the line, and as you've said before, Colin, they've never won. They've never beaten Martinsburg. Spring Mills has got to put out their best game tonight, and I'm hoping we get to see that product.
And that's exactly what I was about to get into, is this matchup history. It's the 19th meeting between these two teams, but as you already said, said, Jim, Martinsburg has won all 18 of these last meetings, and last year they played 4 times. They had some close games, but each time it was the Martinsburg Bulldogs coming out on top, starting with January 17th, 49-39, February 14th, 34-32, February 27th, 64-38, then the one I already mentioned, the sectional championship on April 15th, 62-41. But those are completely different teams, as I have last year's stats here. Olivia Mayer, who you will get to see tonight for Martinsburg, had 12 points in that game, but Prosperity Stidu also had it, as well as Mackenzie Jolliffe, the leading scorer, with 17 seniors last year. They graduated. You won't get to see them tonight for the Bulldogs. On the other side, for Spring Mills, the leading scorer for them was Brianna Birdsong with 9, followed by Faith Bush with 7. But Bush not in the starting 5. We'll tell you the starting 5 later on in the Johnny's Express tip-off show. But now we're going to take another 2-minute break and then be back to hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Need help learning how to manage your diabetes or nutrition education? The registered dietitians and certified diabetes educators at WVU Medicine will work with you to create a personalized plan to help you achieve your health and wellness goals. The diabetes and nutrition education team at WVU Medicine are certified experts in diabetes education, nutrition education, and diabetes self-care. The Diabetes and Nutrition Education Center, a department of Berkeley Medical Center, is located on Tavern Road in Martinsburg. For more info, call 304-596-6839.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Hi, my name's Corey, and I'm here at Orsini's in beautiful Martinsburg, West Virginia. We no longer specialize in only appliances. We have kitchen design, countertops, cabinets, flooring, and even a new 1,200 square foot sleep studio with brands such as Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. 304-267-7251, 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. We price match the big box stores, and we give back to our local community.
Orsinis.com.
We welcome you back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein for the Johnny's Express tip-off show. As at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, it'll be the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals taking on the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs. But now let's hear from both teams' head coaches as our coaches' interviews brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, on 360 Hack Wilson Way right here in Martinsburg. You can visit Orsinis.com, and we're going to start with the Spring Mills head coach in George Goss Jr., followed by the Martinsburg Bulldogs head coach in Kyle Triggs. Okay, Coach. Opportunity tonight to make a statement here in the section with back-to-back wins possibly against Hedgesville and then Martinsburg. If you get a win tonight, what would that mean for the program in the section?
Yeah, obviously it'd be huge taking back-to-back sectional games after a little bit of a snow break. Not really sure how we're going to play tonight after only being able to practice one time. But coming out with this win would be huge for our team.
And also the fact that if you get a win tonight, it'd be the first time in girls basketball program history there at the Spring Mills beating Martinsburg. So how would that help motivate this team tonight?
Yeah, I think hopefully we're able to get the job done, and then with that being said, if it does happen, every year we've played Martinsburg close games, 2-point game, 4-point games some years, and it just hasn't happened. Every year we're looking for that signature win for our program to keep, moving forward and making small gains in Spring Mills history.
Pretty sure the last time we saw your team play was there down in Myrtle Beach to start the season. So how's this team progressed throughout the year?
Yeah, tough schedule starting out for us. Played really tough teams. I think we lost maybe our first 5-6 games. 4 games. We were 0-4. Won that game down in Hilton Head, 1-4, lost the next 2. So it's been a tough road. Now that we're getting into EPAC play, hopefully those prior games have prepared us for now.
All right, who's some people to watch out for tonight?
You're definitely going to want to look out for the 2 freshmen, Olivia Bolduc and Kyla Danridge, as well as our senior returner, Shia Domer. I think those are 3 key players to watch tonight.
All right, any final thoughts, Coach?
We just look to come out of here, tough place to play, look to come out with the dub.
All right, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Now with Coach Triggs of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach, back at home today against Spring Mills, a sectional opponent. What's the team need to do to get a win against the Cardinals?
We got to score more buckets than they do. That's the bottom line. I mean, we're dealing with some injuries, concussion, a knee, but we haven't played a complete game all year, so we're young and there's going to be some growing pains, but we're starting to turn the corner a little bit by watching the film. Now we just got to put it all together.
And this week, having all the snow days and everything, not being able to practice, what do you expect from your team tonight to make sure that they don't come out flat?
Just to hope that they're ready to play. I mean, you got to seize the opportunities. You only get so many of these in your 4-year career. You got to embrace the opportunity to play. But yesterday, just try to get their win back a little bit. We know it's going to be a fast-paced game against a well-coached Spring Mills team, and, hopefully we just come ready to compete.
What does the team usually do on days like that where you have no school so you can't practice? How do they stay game ready?
We do a lot of creative things with film and scouting, so a lot of prep, a lot of mental prep, and then we were able to answer their questions and put our game plan in yesterday. So we try to do mental stuff on days when we can't get in the gym. So hopefully it helps us.
What have you seen scouting-wise from this Spring Mill squad?
They're very scrappy. They play hard. They're going to show a lot of different defenses. Man, 1-2-2, full court, 1-2-2 and a half court. They're going to try to play up tempo. So it'll be a good match for our kids tonight. I think we have the advantage on the inside with our size, but we got to get them the ball.
All right, any final thoughts, Coach Triggs?
No, thanks for coming, man.
All right, thank you. Good luck tonight. Again, that was the Martinsburg head coach in Kyle Triggs, as well as the Spring Mills head coach in George Goski Jr. Let's take another 2-minute break, and then we'll be back to give you our keys to the game and players to look out for. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire? Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night, or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution, reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back here to the Johnny's Express Tip-Off Show. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein, our cameraman this evening. John Alderton, Spencer Dupuy. Back at the studio, our producer is Nick Verzolini. It is the Martinsburg Bulldogs hosting the Spring Mills Cardinals in West Virginia High School girls basketball. Now, let's go into our keys to the game and players to look out for, brought to you by CMA's Honda of Winchester on 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward. And let's start with some players to look out for. And let's go first with the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals, Jim.
Yeah, well, both teams are dressing their tallest player at 5'10", so I'm going to, in my opinion, I would go with the guard play. Coach mentioned the freshmen Dandridge and Boldu. So those would be the players that I would watch for, their ability to beat the press. Triggs talked about his, having to beat the press. I would say the same thing for Spring Mills.
How about for the Martinsburg Bulldogs?
Well, you mentioned in the information you provide, Olivia Mayer had a big game last year against Spring Mills. And again, without Cadence Bradley in the lineup, they don't have that go-to post player. So the guard play, Olivia Mayer, I think is going to be a key factor in the game tonight.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you mentioned the guard play is going to be the key. And I'll add another key, and it's for this Spring Mills team to finally get a win against Martinsburg. You got to make them panic and play tough defense. This team's very scrappy from Spring Mills, so they'll be able to do that. They're a very defensively sound squad, so I don't think they'll have an issue. But yeah, you got to figure out who's going to step up from Martinsburg. So you can't just rely on Olivia Mayer. You need players like Tyara Rosario and Cameron Savoy to really step up if this team wants to get a win, since Ania Gideon and Cadence Bradley are out. But now let's give the starting lineups here, brought to you by Modern Renovations, West Virginia's homeowners. Trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing. Call them at 304-564-6317 to schedule your free estimate or visit mymodernrenovations.com. Starting lineup, starting 3-6 overall, 1-0 in section play. You have number 10, Corn Edsel, number 11, Ella Hawkins, number 12, Olivia Bolduc, number 15, Ashaya Domer, and number 32, Kyla Dandridge. The Spring Mills Lady Cardinals are coached by George Gosk Jr. As for your home side, the Martinsburg Lady Bulldogs, the starting five goes like this. A 5'10" senior, number 1, Olivia Mayer. 5'7" sophomore, number 10, Brooklyn Medina. A 5'9" sophomore, number 24, Cameron Savoy. A 5'9" senior, number 33, Tyara Rosario. And rounding out the starting lineup for Martinsburg is number 42, a 5'10" senior, Veronica Ticha. The Martinsburg Bulldogs are coached by Kyle Triggs. And we'll take our final 2-minute break and then be back for a tip-off between the Bulldogs and the Cardinals. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
And that concludes today's pregame show. Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening tip, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school basketball.
Johnson now in transition with the one-handed slam dunk. And that might put a seal on this one.
Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, The Palace Lounge, The Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express.
And now, let's go courtside and rejoin our WRNR broadcast team.
As we welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, the national anthem just concluded, and we're about ready for the Spring Mills Cardinals to take on the Martinsburg Bulldogs in West Virginia High School girls basketball, as the Martinsburg High School Junior ROTC presenting the nation's colors and other flags as well. Go off the court. Both teams will get ready. And again, the starting five for Spring Mills is Edsel, Hawkins, Bolduc, Domer, and Dandridge. For Martinsburg, it's Mayer, Medina, Savoy, Rosario, and Ticha. Colin McLaughlin, glad to have you. Jim Klein alongside me. Our cameramen are Spencer Dupuy and John Alderton. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. It is the Spring Mills Cardinals in the road blue uniforms with white numerals and letters on the front as well as the back, with a Spring Mills Cardinal logo on the pants and back of the uniform. As for Martinsburg, they're in the home whites with orange stripes, and set and ready to tip off for Martinsburg is Rosario. Up against her, it looks like, is Domer as our opening tip. Brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, they'll deliver it to you, and if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Go to HagerstownFord.com. The quick tip goes in the way of Spring Mills, and a quick two-point basket is good by Bolduc. The 5'4" freshman makes it 2-0 Cardinals. As the first basket brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. They're at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Phone them at 304-263-5131. As Martinsburg gets a basket to respond to tie it up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, Savoy breaks the press with the dribble, the 2-3 zone, which is not something that you would expect Spring Mills to do, to allow. I would think that they're going to tighten that up and not let that dribble penetration, especially from the wing.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball now. Mayer to bring it across mid-court for Martinsburg. Dishes it to Medina. To the left side for Savoy. Dribbles, has it tipped. Mayer runs behind her and recovers. Mayer, three-pointer off the rim, no good from the left side. Rebounded by Spring Mills.
Yeah, Martinsburg only has 4 subs dressed. Tempo could become a factor in this game.
Ball from Domer, passed down low, tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Spring Mills basketball. Bolduc to inbounds. Trying to get somebody to go far at the arc. Edsel gives it right back to Bolduc.
And both teams in this packed-in 2-3.
Domer pump fakes, kissing it to the left corner for 3. It's
movement.
There.
Yeah, ball movement is the key to beating the zone.
5-2 Spring Mills leads. Corinne Edsel with the tray. Is Mayer to Rosario.
Wow, Spring Mills now in man-to-man.
Bounce pass, ball down low, left block, and a hack. As the shot up by Savoy, she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Bolduc's no layups on her watch. I like that aggressive defense. Don't give away the cheapie.
That's Bolduc's first, team first for Spring Mills.
And if you're going to commit, if you're going to front that offensive player, you got to expect help side.
Savoy sinks the first free throw, making it 5-3.
Yeah, Savoy with all 3 points for Martinsburg here in this early going.
Second free throw, up from Savoy, off the rim, no good. It'll remain 5-3. Spring Mills the other way now. Ball in the hands of Dandridge as she passes it. Now Bolduc over to the left, pump fake from Edsel. Signs to kick it to Domer. Back over for Bolduc.
Great pass. Oh my goodness, you got to take that shot.
Motion and a foul down at the right block. That'll send Hawkins to the free throw line for the Cardinals. And it is Olivia Mayer to pick up the foul for Martinsburg. That's her first, team first. 5'10" sophomore Ella Hawkins, first free throw. Off the back of the iron and no good.
Yeah, when Bolduc flashes through the lane, I'd really like to see her be prepared to catch and shoot inside the elbow.
Hawkins makes the second free throw, makes it a 6-3 Spring Mills lead. Full court press, Domer tips it out, Martinsburg gets another inbounds. Let's see how Martinsburg can handle this full court press.
Yeah, and Spring Mills is running full court man-to-man. This is not a zone.
Rosario got a pick to allow space for Medina, who brings it across midcourt.
Oh, she's now trapping man, yeah.
Ticha takes it herself, picks up her dribble, kicks it out to Medina. Medina drives the right side, puts up an easy layup. It's good. Brooklyn Medina now has 2 points, makes it a 6-5 game here in the first quarter. Domer for Spring Mills, passes it to Edsel, who swings it to the right side for Dandridge. Back, beautiful pass all the way across the court. Three-pointer no good by Domer, rebounded by Mayer. Bulldogs have it now and they can take the lead.
Yeah, Domer follows her shot. She gets an easy rebound there.
Ball stolen now. Spring Mills, quick transition offense, 3v2. Edsel to Dandridge.
Oh, why pick up your dribble?
Dandridge for Domer, back over for Bolduc. Bolduc decides to slow down the offense. Motion at the top of the key. High-low offense. Beautiful three-pointer from the right side. It's good. Another three-pointer by Corinne Edsel. She now has 2 of them, 6 total points. It's a 9-5 ball game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Martinsburg's got to be ready off the make to get the inbounds passed in faster, especially against this man-to-man. They should have a pick play or something ready to go.
Domer nudges Mayer and will be called for the foul on the floor. 4:48 to go. Unless they just say it went out of bounds instead. Looks like that's what the call will be. So no foul on Spring Mills, and it's just an inbounds for Martinsburg.
Yeah, that's a break. You could have called a body check.
Mayer almost loses her dribble, able to recover it. Takes a three off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hawkins for Spring Mills. Back the other way now for the Cardinals. Quick shot. Left wing three-pointer, it's good. Olivia Bolduc makes her first three, and on a run for the Cardinals, it's a 7-point lead for Spring Mills. A 6-0 run right now for Spring Mills. Medina for Martinsburg. Spins, drives to right baseline, kicks it out. Shot up from the right block, no good. Gets the own rebound, I believe that is Boydo down low, who checked in a couple minutes ago. Dandridge for Domer. Pass to the left side for Bolduc. She drives the lane. Shot up, no good. And it goes off Rosario and out of bounds. Our first quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Chris Ross and Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7439 or go to callchrisross.com. I'll give you our next sponsor for this fourth quarter at the next break as the ball stolen by Martinsburg. Mayer brings it back the other way. Three and a half minutes to go in the first. Ticha drives to baseline, puts up a jump hook, finger roll layup. It's good. Ticha hits her first basket as the senior makes it 12-7. Spring Mill still in the lead. Almost extends it with a three-pointer. Edsel misses it, but it's rebounded by the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Spring Mills comes out of that man-to-man defense next trip.
Elbow jumper, it's good by Bolduc. She leads the scorers with 7 total points. It's 14-7 now, Spring Mills.
Well, Spring Mills stays in the full court man-to-man, and they got beat with a motion-type offense, a spread.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Domer. And a reach-in foul will be called on her beforehand. So Cheyenne Domer picks up her first foul, team second. Checking back in for Martinsburg is Cameron Savoy. Ball to be inbounded by Ticha. Bounce pass to the block. Post up, shot no good. Getting her own rebound is Savoy. Second shot, no good. Finally rebounded this time by Spring Mills. Cardinals up by 7. Have the ball on the offensive side of the court. It's Dandridge at the top of the key. Overhead pass to Bolduc. Bolduc dribbles, passes it over to Dandridge. She's open, takes the three. No good. The ball came back, but it's rebounded by Ticha, who is just standing a couple inches in front of her.
Yeah.
Boydo guarded by Dandridge. Passes to the left side for Ticha. Ticha hands it off to Savoy next to her. Savoy dribbles twice. Ball stolen now. Spring Mills goes the other way. Pass down the court.
Oh, she double dribbled.
Wide open shot. No good by Domer. Putback is good by Bolduc. 16-7. Spring Mills leads.
Did she dribble to gain control and then double dribble, or was it?
It was definitely close there. Mayer with the ball. Has to pick up her dribble and find somebody to pass to. She does.
Yep, spread offense and a nice little run to the basket.
Shot up too far underneath the basket was Boydo. She tries to fight for possession. Goes out of bounds, waiting to see which way the possession signal went. Now it looks like it's going to be Spring Mills basketball. Minute and a half to go. Our other first quarter sponsor for TV10 is Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg. Your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Phone 304-263-3361. Bolduc, a three. She likes that spot in the left wing. That is a second three-pointer for Olivia Bolduc. She already has 12 points in this first quarter.
Well, Bolduc and Dandridge are very smooth. Like, they want the ball, and they're very confident holding the ball.
Another three-pointer, top of the key, around the rim. It's good. Her and Edsel. 3 3-pointers for her. It's a 22-7 lead under a minute to go. Timeout called. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on WRNR.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome back on TV10. First quarter action underway between Martinsburg and Spring Mills. Spring Mills leads 22-7 with 56.3 seconds to go. As timeouts brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or phone 304-263-4343.
Well, Martinsburg in the 2-3 zone, they've got to either extend the zone or switch to a 3-2 because they are dying by Spring Mills three-pointers right now at 22-7 with less than a minute to go in the first quarter.
Mayer dribbles it across the court for Martinsburg, guarded by Bush. Chest passes it
Good pick.
for Rosario. Boydo in the left corner, bounce passes it for Mayer. Mayer, three-pointer, fouled, so she'll go to the three-point line as the basket's missed, so she'll shoot 3 free throws. 36.5 seconds left on the clock in this first quarter.
Yeah, Faith Bush with the foul.
That is Bush's first foul, team third for Spring Mills. So Olivia Mayer shoot the first of 3 from the free throw line. Makes it. Makes it 22-8, so a 14-point lead as Mayer has the ball for her second free throw. Sinks the second one as well. She's now 2 for 2, has 2 total points. Titcher will check in to play some defense after this shot. Mayer also makes the third free throw, so it's 22-10 now. Spring Mills still in control as they're looking to beat Martinsburg for the first time in program history. Bolduc passes it to Edsel, top of the key 3, bang! Corinne Edsel, her fourth three-pointer, now has 12 points. We're still in the first quarter, it's 25-10. That's 6 total threes made this quarter for Spring Mills. Rosario, 5 seconds, finally breaks midcourt and travels, so Spring Mills will get a last shot attempt with 4.8 seconds to go.
Yeah, she was feeling the pressure of the backcourt violation, and just out of control across the timeline.
Bolduc looking up at the clock, passes it over, and a three-pointer up off the back of the rim, no good. So at the end of the first, it is 25-10. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
The Honda Civic and the Accord are uniquely stylish in their own way. But you know what they have in common? Reliability and comfort? Sure. Available turbocharged engines? Of course. But also, the driver, having fun for no reason, except for the thrill of driving a Honda. America's most loved auto brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
2021 American Customer Satisfaction Index, ACSI, survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Back for the second quarter between Martinsburg and Spring Mills. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. Spring Mills leads 25-10 over Martinsburg, as it's been the Corinne Edsel and Olivia Bolduc show for the Cardinals, both of them with 12 points each to total 24 of the 25 points for Spring Mills. Martinsburg with the ball. Rosario on the M at midcourt. Hard pass to the right side for Titcha. Tries to get it back to Mayer. Goes through her hands and out. Stolen by Spring Mills. They take it the other way. It's Edsel. Dandridge for Bolduc. Bolduc pump fakes. Keeps her dribble. Picks it up. Passes it to Domer at the top of the key.
Yeah, Bush is hovering around that baseline. Watch them lose her in the zone.
Bolduc, three-pointer. It's a good one. 15 points now for Olivia Bolduc, 28-10 Spring Mills.
Yeah, it's just late rotation, and if they were on time, Bush would have been wide open on the low post. No defensive rotation.
Savoy in the paint, puts it up off the glass, in for for Cameron Savoy. She now has 5 points, makes it 28-12. Shai Domer passes it over for Edsel, back to Domer. Domer at the right corner. Bounce passes it down low. Double team, so kicks back out for Domer. And a travel violation called against her. That pumps up Rosario, who played tight defense. It'll be Martinsburg ball as they trail by 16 in this second quarter. Looks like a half-court press instead of a full-court press, possibly for Spring Mills. And it looks like it will be the full-court press as they inch closer. Ball almost tipped by Domer to Mayer. Mayer going to quickly bring it across the court. Takes a three off balance, misses it entirely. and gets the ball right back as it slips through the hands. Beautiful pass down low, shot up, no good, rebound. Puts back up from the right block, and I believe that's Cameron Savoy with another basket. She now has 7 points for the Bulldogs to make it 28-14. McIntyre at the top of the key. Bounce passes it for Edsel. Back over from McIntyre. McIntyre has to keep it from going out of bounds. Domer back for McIntyre, who's double teamed. That leaves Domer open, but she swings it to the left side. Driving in, Edsel. Beautiful finger roll layup, makes it 30-14. And that is Edsel's first 2-pointer of the evening. She has 14 total points for Spring Mills. Ticha, spin move. Bank shot, not there. Rebounded down low by Spring Mills. Brought back by Edsel. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Bolduc. Bolduc passes for Domer back down low in the paint. Pump fake, Edsel to the right side. Puts up the J. That is Edsel with the basket. She now has 16 points. It's 32-14. Olivia Mayer with the ball now for Martinsburg. Passes it for Medina. Medina hands it to Savoy at the right wing of the three-point arc. Double teamed, kicks it out to Medina for three. No good. Almost out of bounds. Fighting for it on the ground is Savoy. She's double teamed, and it looks like it's called out of bounds. She leaned backwards, and either her hair or her head touched the out of bounds line, so Spring Mills will get the ball. This second quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Sutton and Janelle Attorney at Law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Visit SuttonandJanelle.com. Shot from the left block is good by Ella Hawkins. That's her third points of the evening. It's now a 20-point lead for Spring Mills, 34-14.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before Hawkins. She had been patrolling that baseline.
And a foul will be called on Ashai Domer. That's her second, team fourth. Our other TV 10 sponsor for this quarter is Modern Renovations. West Virginia homeowners trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing. Call them at 304-564-6317 to schedule your free estimate or visit mymodernrenovations.com. Inbound in the right corner for Olivia Mayer. She looks up, trying to find somebody to pass to. Decides to give it back to Ticha at the top of the key. Ball in the hands for Boydo now for Martinsburg. Bounce pass down low. Mayer gets rejected out of bounds. And that was a beautiful rejection. Might possibly be the Cody's auto body rejection of the game by Maya Griffin, who just checked in for Spring Mills. Almost halfway through this second quarter of high school girls basketball action. Mayer, right wing three, it's good. Olivia Mayer now has 6 points for Martinsburg to make it 34-17.
Yeah, that's the problem with running Mayer at the point guard. She's got to create her own shot. And there she got some separation.
Griffin has it stolen. Medina the other way now for Martinsburg. Slowing down the offense. Gives it to Rosario. Rosario kicks it out through the legs of Medina, and it's going to be a backcourt violation on Martinsburg to give Spring Mills the ball. Unlucky turnover. They had the offense there. It was a beautiful opportunity, and just slipped through the legs. 17-point lead for Spring Mills, trying to get its second win in section play, as they just came off a dominating win against Hedgesville. Three-pointer, this time from the right side. It's good. Corinne Edsel now has 5 three-pointers, 19 total points in this first half. What an impressive game for her so far. Ball down low, layup, completely missed opportunity for Martinsburg as Spring Mills brings it back the other way. Layup off the rim, no good from Kyla Dandridge, but it's a foul, so she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Mayer with her second, I believe.
3:09 to go in this second quarter. As that's the second team foul for Martinsburg. Free throw up by Dandridge is good. That's her first points for tonight. 5'7" freshman makes it 38-17 Cardinals.
Yeah, and Mayer has to sit. It's a tough blow for Martinsburg.
Dandridge to attempt her second free throw. Just misses that one, and it's rebounded by Savoy for the Bulldogs. Medina now running the point for Martinsburg. Passes it to Rosario. Kicks it out to Titch at the top of the key. Almost lost it, but just able to hand it behind the back dribble. Dishes out for Medina. Beautiful pass. Medina for three from the left wing is no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills. Dandridge keeps it herself. Kicks it out for Edsel. Griffin bounce pass down low. Wide open three-pointer. Off the mark, no good, rebounded down low. Keeping it for Spring Mills is Edsel. Almost loses possession, but able to get it from McIntyre. And they restart the offense.
Oh my.
Three-pointer off the mark. A rarity tonight for Edsel as Martinsburg gets the rebound.
And she was wide open at the head of the key.
2:10 to go in this second quarter. Three-pointer for Martinsburg. No good. Rebounded and out of bounds, as it was just tipped by Bush, so she won't be credited for the rebound. It'll be Martinsburg basketball. George Gosk having some fun with his team down on the bench as Corinne Edsel checks out of the game. Martinsburg. Tyra Rosario has the ball. Passes it for Boydo. Boydo passes it to the left side for Medina. Great pick and roll. Layup.
Oh my.
No good by Rosario. Rebounded by Spring Mills, who will take it the other way.
Yeah, my source at Hedgesville says Musselman's up 12-9 at the end of one.
You'll hear some more scores from around the area and in the professional sporting world at the half from Nick Verzolini with the and one scoreboard show. Get to hear the score of the Capitals-Bruins game as well.
Oh, Bush was open on the wing.
Shot in the paint, no good by Maya Griffin. Rebounded for Martinsburg. 38-17 the score remains. Rosario was at the left block, but dribbles it out. Bounce passes down low, it's stolen. Spring Mills the other way, Olivia Bolduc. Bolduc keeps it herself, picks up her pace, puts up a layup from the right side. No good, but a foul will be called down low, and I believe it will be on Brooklyn Medina. That's Medina's first. Team third for Martinsburg. That'll send Olivia Bolduc to the free throw line. She has not been there yet tonight. But the pink-shoed freshman, standing in at 5'4", makes her first free throw and has 16 total points now this half. It's been her and Corinne Edsel dominating the game. Gives Spring Mills this 39-17 lead.
Just to keep in perspective, a sophomore and a freshman are leading scoring for Spring Mills. Spring Mills can develop some post players. This is a formidable team for years to come.
Missed her second free throw. Griffin almost gets a steal. Looks like they still get the ball, though. It was tipped last by Martinsburg.
Wow,
54.1 seconds to go before the half.
I'm surprised that Mayer comes back in for defense. Wonder if they thought that it was Martinsburg ball. It doesn't make sense. This is a chance for her to pick up a cheapy foul and going into halftime with 3 fouls.
Keep an eye on her. She's number 1 for Martinsburg. 2 fouls already for her. Ball stolen by Titcha. Titcha keeps it herself. Going to try to drive in. It's stripped out of her hands. Spring Mills back the other way. And it's tipped out of bounds. Great defensive play by Rosario, who was already back there after the initial transition offense for Martinsburg that turned into transition offense for Spring Mills. Bolduc, 30 seconds left. Passes it to Griffin. Griffin, back for McIntyre. Back for Griffin. Griffin pump fakes, drives to right side, tries to put up a shot in the paint, loses it, and it is with Rosario for Martinsburg. Mayer, 15 seconds, looking up at the clock. Just puts a floater pass down low for Savoy. She spins, just chucks up a shot, and it's hacked at the right block. So she'll go to shoot 2 at the free throw line now.
It fouls on McIntyre.
That is Taylor McIntyre's first, team 5th. (39-17). Spring Mills in the lead. As the free throw by Cameron Savoy is no good. She is now 1 for 2 from the free throw line this evening. Make her percentage on the night 50% if she makes this one. She does. So she now has 8 total points of the 18 for Martinsburg. 10.1 seconds left on the clock. It won't start until the ball's touched. Bolduc finally does so. Passes it to Dandridge. Dandridge, Euro step. Shot is good, and the horn will sound as Dandridge gets 3 total points now. Makes it 41-18 at the half. Spring Mills dominating Martinsburg in this first half. Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll break it down for you on the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Phone 262-0208. Bears Repair. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Back here on TV 10, it is halftime between Martinsburg and Spring Mills. Spring Mills leads 41-18 as our halftime show brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com and let's break down the game stats in this first half, brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 south of Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. For Spring Mills, their leading scorer is Corinne Edsel. She has 19 points in this first half. Following her with 16 points is Olivia Bolduc. And rounding it out for Spring Mills scoring-wise is Ella Hawkins and Kyla Dandridge, both with 3 points each. As for Martinsburg, the leading scorer for them is Cameron Savoy. She has 8 points. Right behind her is Olivia Mayer with 6. And rounding out the scoring for the Bulldogs is Brooklyn Medina and Veronica Ticha with 2 points each. 7 minutes here until the third quarter, so let's take another 2-minute break. And after this 2-minute break, you'll hear from Nick Verzolini with some scores around the area. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the halftime scoreboard update. At the half, the Martinsburg Bulldogs trailed the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals 41-18. Would be the first time, if Spring Mills can hold on, that they have defeated Martinsburg in program history. Some scores going on from around multiple sports. In the NHL, the Washington Capitals in action tonight against the Boston Bruins. Game tied up at 1 in the second period, and another notable game from fans around the area. The Pittsburgh Penguins leading the Senators 3-1. The Ottawa Senators. I almost said the Washington Senators. They don't exist. The Penguins leading 3-1 over the Ottawa Senators in the second period, just starting there. So Pittsburgh off to a good start tonight in hockey. In the NBA, Wizards off tonight after a 1-point loss to the Brooklyn Nets last night, but the New York Knicks trailing the New Orleans Pelicans in the second quarter 33-20, and the Phoenix Suns with a 32-28 lead over the Dallas Mavericks. The other game tonight on TNT, Pacers taking on the Warriors in the nightcap this evening in the NBA. And women's college hoops, we'll start with Marshall, the Thundering Herd, with a 5-point lead with about 13 seconds to go in the fourth quarter over FIU. So Marshall looking to improve now to 10-5 with that victory over the Panthers. Some top 25 action in the women's college hoops. Some scores there. Michigan cruising to a 52-26 lead right now over Wisconsin in the third quarter. Georgia holding on to a 6-point lead over Mississippi State. And Florida and Kentucky doing battling. Florida is going to get the upset tonight. Kentucky ranked 23rd, the Gators unranked, and it's 51-28 in the third quarter. That one, Louisville, number 3 in the country, number 4 NC State. Right now, Louisville on a 13-2 second quarter run to build a 31-17 lead over the Wolfpack. Iowa leading Minnesota 10-2. In the first quarter of that ball game, Ohio State defeated Maryland tonight 95-89. Georgia Tech over Syracuse 65-55. Boston College upsets Notre Dame 73-71. And North Carolina beating Virginia 61-52. Quickly in men's basketball, Marshall beating FIU tonight 44-40. Or leading FIU tonight in the second half 44-40. And that's pretty much it in terms of what we would be concerned about. So let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll send it back to Colin and Jim, who will have the second half of Martinsburg and Spring Mills.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back for the third quarter between Spring Mills and Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. She just heard from Nick Verzolini giving you scores from around the area. And our cameramen this evening are John Alderton and Spencer Dupuis. At the half, it's 41-18. We get ready for the third quarter. Spring Mills in the lead, trying to pick up its first win over Martinsburg in high school girls basketball program history. It's been now 19 meetings, including this one, and Martinsburg has won the previous 18, dating all the way back to 2013 when Spring Mills became a high school.
Yeah, and Martinsburg doesn't come out of the locker room until 50 seconds left on the halftime clock. Martinsburg has got to be a little chilly here coming into the third.
Spring Mills starts with possession for this third quarter, and it's a quick basket in the paint. The two-pointer is good by Kyla Dandridge.
I would have expected the halftime intensity to include defense.
And it's stolen. Pump fake. Dandridge with the ball again after getting the steal. Passes it to Domer. Domer takes a couple dribbles, puts up a jumper from the right corner. No good. Rebounded by Martinsburg.
Almost a half runner. You didn't need to take that shot.
Almost looked like a little bit off balance as well, but nonetheless, Martinsburg with the ball. Rosario, bounce pass,
great pass.
Beautiful drive in, layup just off the mark by Ticha, and tips it out of bounds, so it'll be Spring Mills possession. Beautiful opportunities. It's just tonight you've seen a couple times, including the one that you just saw, just barely missing.
Yeah, execution. I mean, she was wide open. It's a great opportunity for a little layup and couldn't convert. I really hope Martinsburg ups the defensive intensity. That's what that in my mind would be a win for Martinsburg, down 25.
Looks like a 3-2 zone right now for the Bulldogs. Beautiful passing though for this Spring Mills team to spread them out, and that's what's been the main point for this Cardinal team, as the three-pointer by Domer from the right corner is no good and tipped, so it'll remain Spring Mills basketball.
And Coach Trigg said Spring Mills is well coached. You beat the 3-2 with baseline. You got to get the ball to the baseline, whether or not it's through dribble penetration and kickouts or good ball movement around the perimeter and shell drills.
Dandridge dribbling it at the point for Spring Mills. Picks it up and passes it to Bolduc. Bolduc gives it to Edsel, who had 19 points in the first half. And a whistle blown, timeout called by Spring Mills. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on WRNR.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome back here as the timeout still underway, and our timeout's brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or phone 304-263-4343. A slow start for both teams here in this third quarter. Almost 2 minutes in and only one basket so far, and it was by Kylan Dandridge for Spring Mills. Both teams have used up a timeout, so they have 4 remaining. As it's Dandridge with the ball for Spring Mills, passes it to the paint. Right elbow shot around the rim, bouncing a couple times before falling through, and it's a basket by Corinne Edsel. She now has 21 points for Spring Mills to make it 45-18. Rosario passes it over for Medina. Medina bounce pass wide open, left corner 3 around the rim. It's good. Veronica Ticha makes her first 3-pointer of the evening. She now has 5 points. 45-21 is your score. Bolduc passes it for Edsel. Edsel back to Bolduc. Quick 3-pointer. Off the mark and no good. Rebounded by Domer, who stepped out of bounds. So it'll be Martinsburg ball. Good eyes by the official down on the baseline.
Yeah, Spring Mills a little flat here to start the third quarter.
Still with the full court press, as it's Domer guarding Medina, who has to pass it to Ticha. Ticha brings it across midcourt. Overhead pass to Savoy. Savoy at the left side, posting up, puts up a one-handed shot and is fouled, so she'll go back to the free throw line, where she's been comfortable tonight, 2 for 4 already.
Yeah, Savoy using that left hand for a little bit of a clear out. Hawkins needs to hold her ground. She needs to take that first step a little bit quicker to get in front of Savoy. She could have caught a charge.
Looks like that is Corinne Edsel's first foul, as the free throw up by Savoy is no good. So it remains 45-21 Spring Mills.
They called the foul on Edsel. I thought it was Hawkins. My bad.
No, you're right. I was looking at the wrong side. Sorry, Jim.
No, that's all right. I'm
looking at the home side of the scoreboard by accident. So you are correct. It is Ella Hawkins picking up her first foul.
Yeah, just a big difference between all the points of Edsel. You wouldn't want to see these guards giving up free throws on the baseline.
Savoy missed her second free throw, but Martinsburg keeps possession. Mayer passes it. Savoy kicking it out for Medina. Medina pump fakes, drives to right side. It's stripped by Dandridge, who brings it the other way for Spring Mills.
Oh, good pass.
Finds Domer driving the right side. Her layup's no good, but a foul will be called to send Domer to the free throw line. It's the block called against Martinsburg's Tyara Rosario. That is her first, team first of this half. The third quarter, presented to you on TV 10 by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg, as Domer's first free throw up and no good. So our second quarter sponsor is Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, on 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. Visit them at orsinis.com. Second free throw finds its way home. She now has 1 point. Domer makes it 46-21 Spring Mills. And it's kicked out of bounds. Martinsburg keeps possession as Dandridge with the tough defense for Spring Mills. Martinsburg has Veronica Ticha to inbound. Quickly puts it to Medina.
Oh,
Medina's passed on by Domer. Edsel finds Bolduc. Bolduc passes it to Domer, who passes it for Edsel at the top of the key. She dribbles to the right side. Finds Dandridge. Dandridge just puts it in front of her wide open at the free throw line. Spin around jumper is good by Ashaya Domer. She now has 3 points total, all coming in this third quarter. It's 48-21 Spring Mills. Mayer double teamed in the left corner, just heaves it up to the top of the key. Medina waiting for it almost like a punt. It's Ticha. Has everybody open on the three-point guard. Beautiful ball movement. Corner 3, Mayer, no good. Rebounded by Ticha. Ticha dribbles once. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Boydo. Boydo triple teamed. And a reach-in foul called. So it will be an inbound underneath the basket for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes exactly to go in this third quarter as substitutes enter, and the foul called on Kyla Dandridge for Spring Mills. It's her first, team second. We'll have another timeout called, so let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on WRNR. Timeout Martinsburg.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
It's second of 5 timeouts for the game. It's 48-21. Spring Mills leads the Bulldogs. I'm joined alongside me tonight by Jim Klein, just coming back after a brief hiatus. He's feeling a little bit better, still trying to get back to 100%, but just like everybody else in this world, doing the best he can.
Yep,
that's all we can ask for.
I was on the 10-day DL, baby. I'm back. I'm doing my best. It's because there's so much talent surrounding me.
Where?
What?
I thought you had all the talent. I was just here to help as Rosario puts up a shot from the left block and sinks it for Martinsburg to make it 48-23.
Great pass on the baseline.
Spin move. Shot no good from Maya Griffin. And it'll be Martinsburg with the rebound going back the other way from left to right. Boydo with the ball, dribbles to the right wing, kicks it out from Mayer. The free throw line, Rosario finding a crashing Boydo, but it's tipped by Domer for Spring Mills. And Dandridge with the ball now for the Cardinals. Pump fakes, drives to the left baseline. Or layup is no good, though. And it'll be out of bounds. Martinsburg gets the ball. Great heads-up play there by the Bulldogs, just to pass it off the foot of Dandridge.
He called a foul.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he just called it out of bounds.
Perplexed.
All right, it looks like Maya Griffin got called with a foul, so that's her first, team third. I don't know if I agree with that fully. I didn't see anything much contact-wise below.
Me either.
Gosk isn't complaining. Might also be because it's 48-23.
Right, up 25,
Yeah. Triple team and a travel violation on Medina, so even though Spring Mills was called with the foul, they were able to force a turnover for the Bulldogs. Triggs trying to communicate something with his assistant coaches. A lot of frustration for the Bulldogs tonight as they are winless on the year, 0-8. And a tough one right now against Spring Mills in this third quarter. Bolduc passes it to Edsel. Edsel swings it to Faith Bush on the right wing. Bounce passes it for Dandridge at the top of the key. Now with the ball is Dandridge, dribbling it, guarded closely by a Bulldog defender. It's to Bush. They're just trying to find some good shot selections and get everybody active. Bolduc passes it over to Dandridge. Was double teamed, but keeping possession. And now almost had the give and go. Bounce pass down low. Dandridge puts up the shot off the glass and good. Kylie Dandridge fought hard for that one. She now has 7 points, makes it 50-23. Ball almost tipped. Savoy has a breakaway, 2v1. Tried to get it to Mayer, finally in her hands, and it's stripped from her. Back the other way now is Spring Mills. Bolduc slows down the offense for the Cardinals. Hits it to Dandridge. Three-pointer top of the key. Tried to bank it home. Just missed. Banks closed. Mayer. Right baseline. Reverse layup on the left block. No good. Rebounded. Passed back to her. Overhead pass. Finds Savoy. She loses possession. And it's 3v1 the other way now for Spring Mills. Give and go. Beautiful passing. And it is Edsel draining the layup on the left side. She now has 23 points tonight. Martinsburg has 23 points in total. It's a 52-23 ball game. Mayer breaks midcourt, puts up a floater off the front of the iron, no good. Boydo, hard contact, no foul called. Ball out of bounds. Spring Mills keeps it, or gets it. Oh, they did call the foul. I didn't hear a whistle though. Did you?
I
didn't hear a whistle, but they do call the foul on Deborah Boyto. So that's her first, team second.
The other official was showing possession. I did not.
Yeah, I never heard.
Clearly there was loose ball contact, but I really hope this doesn't get into a ticky-tack foul situation.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter. Ball kicked out of bounds. It'll remain with Spring Mills. They lead 52-23 over Martinsburg.
At 29, I really do feel like they've got to call fouls, but I really do not think that those loose ball situations need to be exacerbated.
Bush with it at the right elbow. Bounce passes it to McIntyre. McIntyre finds a driving Edsel, who sinks it from the left elbow. Corinne Edsel now has 25 points in total. It's 54-23. 30 seconds to go. Martinsburg, Boydo spins, triple teamed, kicks it to Medina. Medina bounce pass down low for Savoy, and she's fouled at the left block. That'll send her back to the free throw line tonight, where she has shot a lot of, unless they call it on the floor. I thought it was a shot. I don't know what's going on.
All I know is the Edsel.
I can't presume. That's on me. Ticha gets the inbounds. Her three from the right corner. It's good. Veronica Ticha makes her second three-pointer. She now has 8 total points. Makes it 54-26.
Yeah, the Edsel is not a discontinued model, baby. Like, this thing is running strong tonight. Edsel is dominating on the floor.
Ball stolen. 1 second. Medina looks up, chucks it up, and a whistle blown. That'll be the end of this third quarter. 54-26. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Welcome back to the fourth and final quarter of regulation. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. It is 54-26. Spring Mills leads Martinsburg. And the Cardinals start with the ball in this fourth quarter of play. Dandridge with it for Spring Mills, passes it to Bush. Bush dribbles once and decides to give it to McIntyre. McIntyre drives the left side, heaves up a prayer shot, and is fouled. She's laughing about it as well, as that one kind of hit the wires way up. Might have almost hit the rafters.
Yeah, out of control. That's a bailout, man. She got Fannie Macked.
It's that foul called on Deborah Boydo. That's her second. As the free throw up and good by Taylor McIntyre gives her her first point of the evening in a 55-26 lead for Spring Mills.
As you can see, that's why, you can tell that Martinsburg's bench is depleted. I mean, Spring Mills brings in a kid and she comes in and kind of a wild shot, but goes right to the free throw line and makes her first shot.
As the second free throw, no good. It looks like we had a lane violation called on Spring Mills anyway, so even if it was good, it wouldn't have counted. Mayer with it now for Martinsburg, waiting for somebody to guard her, and decides to just give it to Ticha. Ticha double-teamed back for Mayer, who breaks midcourt. Almost over the head of Rosario, but she jumps up, snags it, And a whistle blown as a double dribble called on Ticha. So it'll be a turnover. And the basketball now in the possession of Spring Mills.
I think it was Ticha that did that earlier in the game where she has that catch and then that awkward almost first step before she puts the ball down, and she got called for, I guess, double dribble there.
Faith Bush passes over for Dandridge. Back at the top of the key is McIntyre from the pass. Bush, Edsel. Back for Bush, who pump fakes, decides to dribble a couple times, bounce passes it back to Edsel, who drives to the right side. It's tripped, loses it out of bounds. Martinsburg ball, no foul there, but it was, from our point of view, a trip on Olivia Mayer that should have been called a foul and wasn't.
Yeah, especially because it resulted in a turnover. And I understand incidental contact, but when you trip somebody that results in a turnover, I mean, that's a foul.
And pass from Mayer over the head of Savoy down low, so turnover gives it right back to Spring Mills.
Yeah, the sports gods have spoken. 29-point lead right now for Spring Mills.
McIntyre trying to drive the left baseline is double teamed, and a foul will be called as she, I don't know if trying to put a shot up or if they're called on the floor, but it's the foul called on Rosario. And that is her second of the game, team fourth of this half.
Yeah, again, it just looks like McIntyre's a little bit out of control, and they bailed her out. Oh, my.
Quick inbound, shot up by Corinne Edsel for three. It's good. She now has 28 total points for Spring Mills. Let's count how many threes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 three-pointers to make it 58-26. The ball rebounded now by Edsel, a sophomore for Spring Mills. Would not be surprised if this is her career high in points. Would have to check later on.
And she wants the ball. Look the way she moves on the floor without the ball. She's approaching the wing with her hands open.
30 as she drains that shot in the paint. Corinne Edsel making her name for herself tonight in the Martinsburg Fieldhouse.
Yeah, we call this in the zone.
Three-pointer, Ticha. No good. Rebounded by Faith Bush. Edsel with it again. Let's see if she can keep the limelight on her as she passes it to Bush, to McIntyre. McIntyre, no good. Ball tipped around, recovered by Martinsburg with Savoy. 60-26. Spring Mills all over the Bulldogs tonight. Savoy dribbles once. Passes it to Ticha. Ticha down low for Boydo, and a timeout called by Martinsburg. It's a full timeout. So let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Moment of the game, I'd say, Corinne Edsel, you can say her first quarter. Oh. We're back. I apologize there. Just trying to figure out some post-game notes here, as just making sure we're all in agreement as it's 60-26. The game kind of at a hand, and Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein. I was thinking since it's a full timeout, I took a minute break, but got caught and realized that only took a 30-second break. All good here, though. Having some fun.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's like behind the scenes. This is, yeah.
That's true.
This is what really happens.
Bad.
No, this is what really happens.
Disciplined.
This is what
on
we
the
do.
mic.
This is what we do.
So are you.
Yeah, sports. We're sports people. I mean, that's it.
And the shot around the rim, no good, but a foul called, so that'll send Cameron Savoy back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Coach Triggs calls timeout, comes in, which you would assume is a set play. The play obviously worked, and it's just, Martinsburg, she got fouled. For Spring Mills, the ball would have dropped. For Martinsburg, it did not.
Bolduc called with a foul. That's her second. As Cameron Savoy makes this free throw, she now has 9 total points. And 3 of them coming from the free throw line. Chance for her to hit double figures tonight. And right as I say that, the ball goes in and out.
Off the Andridge. Martinsburg ball.
Stay for Martinsburg possession-wise. Medina to inbounds for the Bulldogs. Finds a wide open Rosario at the top of the key. Her three-pointer's no good. Rebounded by McIntyre. Almost falls out of bounds, so she has to quickly pass it to Bush. Offense slowed down. Layup is good. I believe that is Kyla Dandridge with the right side finger roll. She now has 9 total points. 62-27 Spring Mills leads. Olivia Mayer back for Medina. Medina back to Mayer. Rosario through her hands and almost stolen, but the ball finds its way and now eventually stolen by Spring Mills, and it's Ella Hawkins. Bolduc, wide open three, off the mark, rebounded by Savoy, who passes it to Medina. 4 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Out of hand right now, 62-27, so it looks like Spring Mills will eventually win once time expires. But we still have 4 minutes of action, so let's see what can happen. Mayer drives to the right side, and it's blocked. Back the other way now. It's Bolduc, one-on-one. Her layup is good. A right-handed finger roll on the left side. It was Bolduc her first basket of the second half after having 16 total points in the first half. Medina passes it over to the left wing. Ticho with it at the elbow, tries to drive the left side. Fadeaway shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Rosario. Tries to make some contact. Her shot's no good, but it's rebounded again, this time by Savoy, and it's good. The timeout will be called as Savoy has 11 points. But let's keep it here and give you our fourth quarter sponsors for TV10. First one's Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned, full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880. We're also presented to you on TV10 by the Ollie's VIP North Side, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP. We'll see you for the game, and that's actually where Spencer and I went to have some food right before this, and let me tell you, their crab cakes are very good.
Oh, good.
Needed maybe a little bit more Old Bay, but that's just because I absolutely love Old Bay. So
yeah, my parents came to visit before Christmas. We went, and
it's a great place, great atmosphere.
Yeah. Dad loves wings. Yeah. Wings are in the TV10 commercial. That's what we ordered, extra crispy. Loved them.
So we're back in action here after that timeout called by Martinsburg. Spring Mills has the ball, and it is Hannah Houghton in the game at the right wing for Spring Mills. Passes it to McIntyre. McIntyre finds down low. Pass for Irving. Irving back out now for Henry. Back to Irving. Irving drives the baseline. Pivots around. Her layup is good. Chloe Irving with her first basket of the night. Makes it 66-29.
Yeah, Spring Mills with a whole new squad in here except for Griffin.
And McIntyre. Rosario. Her shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Ticha from the right side puts up a shot. The J's good for Veronica Ticha. She now has 10 points, 66-31. Houghton with the ball. Almost a no-look bounce pass. Finds McIntyre, though, at the top of the key. Spin move, Griffin. Right side shot no good. Rebounded by Irving. Irving, ball on the ground. Kicks it out. Behind her is Henry in the left corner. Brings it back to Houghton. Houghton tries to drive in. Beautiful pump fake by McIntyre. She drives the right side. Shot no good. Too hard off the glass, but a foul called. That'll send Taylor McIntyre to the free throw line where she's 1 for 2 tonight. Looks like that foul called on Cameron Savoy. That is her first, team 5th of this half. First free throw, no good by McIntyre. Remain 66-31, Spring Mills in the lead. Spring Mills trying to make it 3 straight wins to improve to 4-6 on the year, 2-0 in the section. Second free throw by McIntyre is good. She now has 2 total points, all coming from that free throw line this half. Ticha picks up her dribble. And the ball stolen now off the pass by Irving. Almost traveled, had to try to pass it, but it's stolen back by Boydo for Martinsburg. Mayer, left side layup, off the rim, into the air, rebounded Medina. 20-foot shot from the right corner, no good. Rebounded by Spring Mills. Back the other way is Griffin now. Griffin drives the left side, triple team, spin move. It's tipped. It'll remain Spring Mills' ball, as putting a hand in the face is Martinsburg's Deborah Boydo against Griffin. 67-31 is the score. And it's Spring Mills. Houghton to inbound, gets to McIntyre. McIntyre has it stolen almost, but able to keep possession and finds Houghton. Houghton kicks it out to Irving. Irving back over to Houghton. Houghton pump fakes again. Tried to pass it. Nobody there. Medina 1v1 the other way. And she is fouled hard and helped up by the girl who fouled her in Taylor McIntyre. Some good sportsmanship by the Cardinals.
36-17, Musselman right now going into the fourth quarter at Hedgesville with a commanding lead.
36-17?
36-17.
Wow, what a third quarter for Musselman, because wasn't it 19-15 at the half?
19-15 at the half.
Yeah, that is very impressive, but each time we've seen Musselman, as the free throw by Medina is good, they give her 3 total points. As I was saying, each time we've seen Musselman, they've been a second half team.
Absolutely.
That team's going to be dangerous come playoff time. Medina, the 5'7" sophomore, misses the second of the free throws, and it's rebounded by Irving for Spring Mills. Passes to McIntyre. McIntyre picks up her dribble, dishes it to Henry. Henry drives the right side, her layup off the mark, rebounded by Irving as we hit the 1-minute mark in this fourth quarter. McIntyre drives the side, no good. Rebound, and Henry puts it up from the right block as she's hacked. So that'll send her to the free throw line with 59.4 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Tori Henry, the 5'5" sophomore, with a possibility to add her name to this scoring chart tonight. And she does, as she drains this first free throw, makes it 68-32. Henry drains the second to make it 69-32. Medina gets it for Martinsburg. Guarded closely, finds Mayer. Mayer back to Medina. Medina pump fakes, drives the right baseline. Fake the pass, then passes it to Boydo, who finds Mayer at the top of the key. Rosario gets the pass from Mayer. Bounce pass to Ticha. Ticha drives the left side in the paint. Her shot no good. Ball tipped around and eventually rebounded by Henry. Brings it the other way. Loses it. Picks up her dribble now. And we'll find McIntyre. McIntyre guarded closely by Ticha. They try to drain this clock out. 15 seconds to go. And it's Houghton with the ball. 10 seconds to go. And it looks like, unless a steal or a quick shot happens here, Rosario does get the steal, going in for a layup, misses it, and Irving dribbles the clock out. Final score, Spring Mills 69, Martinsburg 32. So Martinsburg falls to 0-9 on the year. Spring Mills improves to 4-6. We'll break down this game in the Palace Lounge post-game show after this 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
WVU Medicine is now offering a new robotic-assisted platform for minimally invasive biopsy in the lung. The ION system by Intuitive allows pulmonologists to diagnose lung cancers earlier and less invasively than ever before. With the ION system, tissue samples can be obtained from hard-to-reach areas of the lung, resulting in earlier diagnosis of smaller nodules and better outcomes for patients. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
It's now time for the post-game show. Our broadcast team will break down the final stats, look at final scores from around the state, and look ahead to upcoming broadcasts. Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, the Palace Lounge, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express.
And now let's send it back to our Talk Radio WRNR TV10 broadcast team for the postgame show.
Page. Final score, Spring Mills 69, Martinsburg 32. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Kleiner, cameraman this evening, our Spencer Dupuis, and John Alderton back at the studio. Who you'll hear from shortly is Nick Verzolini. Let's now break down the scores, starting with the victorious Spring Mills Cardinals, who are on the road today to improve to 4-6, 2-0 in the EPAC. Their leading scorer was Corinne Edsel with 30 points, followed by Olivia Bolduc with 18. Other scorers, Kyla Dandridge with 9 points, Ella Hawkins and Ashaya Domer each with 3, and rounding it out for Spring Mills is Tori Henry, Chloe Irving, and Taylor McIntyre with 2 points each, respectively. As for Martinsburg, leading scorer for them tonight was Cameron Savoy with 11 points, Veronica Ticha with 10 points, Olivia Mayer finished with 6 points, Brooklyn Medina with 3, and Tyrari Rosario with 2 points. A rough night for the Bulldogs. They now drop to 0-9 overall, 0-4 in the EPAC. But for the first time in program history, Spring Mills girls basketball finally defeats the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Jim.
Yeah, and Coach Gosk, he went into that coach's interview with you. You asked impeccable questions, and he's talking about the freshman. Lo and behold, it's the sophomore who was legitimately unstoppable tonight.
Yeah, Corinne Edsel, 19 points in the first half, 11 in the second half, to total 30 points for her tonight. Want to see how many assists and rebounds she had. She might have had a triple-double for all we know. But a great game from her, and we'll probably give her the player of the game, but you have to wait for that after this 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Phone 262-0208. Bears Repair. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch!
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Welcome back here to the Palace Lounge post-game show on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Again, the final score, Spring Mills 69, Martinsburg 32. And let's now give out our awards for the evening, starting with the Cody's Body Shop rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Phone 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. It's going to a Spring Mills player. And, Jim, how about you give us that Spring Mills player as well?
Well, Corinne Edsel, hands down, gotta be. I mean, not only was she dynamic.
No. Rejection of the game. Were you not paying attention on me over there?
No. I'm so sorry. I'd go with Griffin. I'd go with Maya Griffin in the second quarter. I think it was 4 minutes.
Just getting too excited over.
Yeah, I am, and I should have said that, and I apologize. I know everybody like Spencer's giving me a rough time, man. I am so sorry.
All right, well, this time it's the Parsons Ford moment of the game. You can still give it to Edsel. That's okay, as it's brought to you by Parsons Ford on 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsfordofmartinsburg.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons. Here you go.
Yeah, you know what? Could we flip the switch on that?
You can.
Here's the thing. Martinsburg clearly did not play good defense this evening.
That's true.
The moment of the game for me, I don't want to put a negative spin on this, because you could say that the kids played smart. Savoy didn't pick up her first foul until, what, like a minute and a half to go in the game?
I believe so.
So, like, my moment of the game is, if you think about how many open looks Spring Mills got in the lane, the moment of the game is Martinsburg needs to up their intensity defensively, rebound. They got to put a body on the block. I would say the moment of the game is that they've got to come out much more aggressive. They're now an 0-9 team, and if you've got a starting forward, power forward, who's not getting their first foul until a minute 30 in the game, I would say that's not your most positive moment of the game, but that's one that may cause for more looks in the future.
All right, I respect it, and now you can give your WVU Medicine player of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. I know we kind of already spoiled it multiple times throughout this broadcast, but let's make it official right here, right now.
Yeah, you know what? You could go with any one of the underclassmen, I think, for Spring Mills, but Edsel had the game of, what you said could be her career high in points scored. And the fact is, every time she moved without the ball, she moved aggressively. She looked like she wanted the ball. She caught the ball very confidently, in my opinion, and although she may have scored first, she was a good distributor of the ball, and that's what I love about women's basketball. You see so much more unselfishness, a lot less one-on-one dribble drive situations, typically better passing, better fundamental rebounding and defense, and Edsel had the whole package this evening, in my opinion.
So congratulations to Corinne Edsel for getting our WVU Medicine player of the game, and again, congratulations to the entire Spring Mills Lady Cardinals picking up the 69-32 win over the Martinsburg Bulldogs, and its first win over the Bulldogs in program history. So this team, a very good one in Spring Mills. It'll be fun to see how they do the rest of this year in Martinsburg. Hopefully they get a first win of the year. You never want to wish a winless season on anybody, but that's going to wrap things up unless you have any final thoughts, Jim.
No, I agree with you. I think the EPAC is where it's at, man. Like, this is always a high level of competition. Martinsburg clearly not at full strength. They're going to get their win. It's just a matter of time. They got a tough schedule. What did you say, at Parkersburg, I think, Saturday? That's a tough out for them. But they've got a shot. Every time in the EPAC, they got a chance to win. And Martinsburg has a tradition of winning. I think you said pregame, this is the first losing season since 2006-07?
I think that's what I saw last time. I'd have to double-check my notes, but you are correct. Martinsburg's next game, Saturday at Parkersburg for Spring Mills. Their next game is Monday against the Washington Patriots. That should be a really good one as well. Might have to keep an eye on that one. But again, final score, Spring Mills 69, Martinsburg 32. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping us bring you tonight's game. For Spencer Dupuy, John Alderton, Nick Verzolini, who you'll hear from shortly on the And One Scoreboard Show. Jim Klein, I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Until tomorrow for more action at Spring Mills as the Bulldogs take them on in boys basketball. Have a good night, everyone.
WVU Medicine is now offering a new robotic-assisted platform for minimally invasive biopsy in the lung. The ION system by Intuitive allows pulmonologists to diagnose lung cancers earlier and less invasively than ever before. With the ION system, tissue samples can be obtained from hard-to-reach areas of the lung, resulting in earlier diagnosis of smaller nodules and better outcomes for patients. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle, or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome you into the And One post-game show as Spring Mills destroys Martinsburg tonight in girls hoops. The Cardinals improving to 4-6 on the season. Martinsburg remaining winless now at 0-9 are the Lady Bulldogs. So good win for the Spring Mills Cardinals tonight, and they continue to play well for a pretty young team. Also in EPAC action on the boys' side of things, not really an upset, but a surprising final as Musselman cruises to victory, holding the Hedgesville Eagles to just 22 points tonight, winning 42-22 in high school boys basketball. This Musselman team continues to impress in the EPAC as a quality win over a Kelly Church squad that I believe has lost, I want to say 3 in a row now, maybe 4 in a row. It's been a rough stretch for the Eagles as of late. All right, we'll move on to some national scoring in the NHL. The Bruins and the Caps in a 2-2 tie right now, early third period in that one. Pittsburgh cruising over Ottawa 5-1 in the third period, just getting started there as well. Over in the NBA, big games tonight. New Orleans Pelicans leading the New York Knicks 62-49.
the Dallas Mavericks with a 68-62 lead over the Phoenix Suns. And then tonight on TNT, you can tune into the Pacers and the Warriors in San Francisco, the Bay Area. And then in women's college hoops tonight, we'll start with the Marshall women. The Herd continue to win, able to beat FIU in an important Conference USA matchup tonight, 62-59, despite a 21-point fourth quarter from the Panthers, outscoring the Herd 21-11 in the fourth. But Marshall holds on to win that one, 62-59. Savannah Wheeler, one of the top players in the country, with 23 points tonight, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Thundering Herd. Over in the top 25 in women's college hoops tonight, Louisville still crushing NC State. A better third quarter for the Wolfpack, but it's 51-37 Louisville tonight. Iowa leading Minnesota 57-39. Florida beats up on Kentucky, the number 23 ranked Kentucky Wildcats, and unranked Florida the Gators get the win 77-52. Michigan destroys Wisconsin 83-44. Good one between Maryland and Ohio State tonight, but Ohio State, the Buckeyes, get the upset 95-89 over number 12 ranked Maryland. Georgia slips by Mississippi State 66-63. 13th ranked Bulldogs getting that win tonight. Georgia Tech, another ranked team in Georgia there, 65-55 over Syracuse. Boston College upsets Notre Dame 73-71. And then UVA falling to North Carolina tonight 61-52. And BYU Pepperdine was postponed. Over in men's college hoops, to round out the night, we'll start with the top 25. Indiana beats Purdue tonight 59-56, or leading Purdue, I should say, with 7:59 to go in the second half. Colorado leading USC 44-43 in the second half with about 8.5 minutes to go. Georgetown losing to Providence tonight 83-75. 15-2 Providence team, by the way. UConn, they're back in the top 25. That's important for WVU fans, and they got Butler tonight because obviously the Mountaineers with the win over UConn could be a significant win down the road. Gonzaga, number 1 team in the country, in action tonight against San Francisco at 11 p.m. Arizona playing Stanford tonight at 11 as well, and UCLA, Utah, the number 9 ranked Bruins in action. The Marshall Thundering Herd men's team, well, they were in action tonight as well, and the Thundering Herd were also taking on FIU, and Marshall again lost a close one, 64-70 against the FIU Panthers. Tavion Kinsey Stars again with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Marshall had a lead at one point, but was not able to win in Miami tonight. Andrew Taylor with 15 points. Obina Anachilla-Killen with 11 points, but not enough for the Herd to beat the FIU Panthers. So Marshall falling now to 7-11 and 0-5 in Conference USA play. Been a rough year for the Thundering Herd after it seemed like that program was trending in the right direction. So that does it for me, and that does it for this broadcast tonight. Again, Martinsburg girls getting the win over Spring Mills tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow with the same matchup of 2 different teams as the Martinsburg boys take on the Spring Mills boys in what should be a pretty good game. A young Spring Mills Cardinals team, and a up and down year so far for the Martinsburg boys, but certainly a talented team. So that should be a good one tomorrow night. We'll have that one on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. For Nick Virgilini and the entire TV10 sports crew, we will say good night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, Keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.